The turf has a full field, and while the run to the first turn is longer than for the fillies, there will still be major ground loss swings. The field itself is probably the best top to bottom in the history of the race. Channel Maker has a great healthy pattern. Every race for a year and a half has been a pair or a new top. 2 starts back, this gelding ran a figure that would put him in the mix here, and his last earned the best figure anyone in this race has run. Grass horses run a much higher percentage of tops than dirt horses, and this one shouldn't bounce much, if at all. He also possesses tactical speed that could allow him to make his own trip. Enable benefited from the European scale of weights in last year's ARC. She got 10 pounds from older males and won comfortably, but had to win a photo to repeat in the race this year as an older mare, despite running the same figure. Here she gets about 1/2 point in weight from the boys, and in both her 2018 starts, that makes her a major player. But it doesn't make her even money to win this. There's a lot of really good ones running, and there will be some trips, good and bad. Glorious Empire has been very good to us. He has a history of bleeding, and bleeders usually run well fresh, as this one is right now. This gelding's figures are borderline competitive, but he should save ground on the lead around 3 turns, which is worth about a point versus the field on average. He's also getting better with age, and a new top is not out of the question. Magical has never run fast enough to contend here, even with the weight pull, and will be making her 3rd start in 4 weeks. Robert Bruce is Southern Hemisphere bred, which means at all points he was 6 months younger than it looks on his sheet. He ran big numbers last year for a grass 3-year-old and has gradually improved since Chad Brown has had him. This colt's last puts him right in the thick of this. Brown gets his horses to run at the Breeders' Cup, and as an early 4-year-old, this one might not be through developing. Talismanic did right by us in this race last year by running his race and saving ground. This field is way, way tougher, and there's no chance he can do it again without considerable improvement. Waldgeist is another with a great pattern. He's just gotten better and better, with tops in his last 8 starts and big ones in his last 2. There's no reason to expect worse now. As with others, his result will depend on his trip. The turf would have been a lot more fun if Enable drew way outside. As it is, she doesn't have to win, but we're definitely not throwing her out. Waldgeist was the one hurt by the draw. Channel Maker and Robert Bruce both drew great and will be our keys, with Enable a heavy use and Glorious Empire less so.